your girl, Lake Butler. I am here on stream. This is like second episode of season 2. I am so excited. I've had 1 year doing this, and you are my second guest of the season. So thank you for being here. Audience, today we have the extraordinary actor, Mr. Steve Yoit. And before this show is over, you're going to be like, yo, it's Mr. Yoit.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. And that's why we're here, because we want to get to know you more intimately. Yes, and we want to know why it is you do what you do. So one thing I've noticed is when you start talking, the ladies stop and listen. You think it's the bald head and the beard? I think it's the beard, y'all.
I don't notice that, so thank you.
No, you're welcome. Be humble, please. That helps.
I don't pay attention to it. I'm just being me, you know.
Well, I thank you for being here on today's show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Just to start off, give us about 60 seconds about who you are. Don't hold back, and please don't give me that cliche little thing that you give on every other show, because this show is not like every other show.
So 60 seconds. I am, of course, Steve Yoit. My nickname is Trey. I'm the father of 3, grandfather of 4. I got 3 sisters.
Wow.
No brothers. My father passed in 2003. I work for General Motors. I own my own barbershop, and I do movies. I enjoy life. I enjoy having fun. I enjoy laughing. I don't like drama. Let's go. What else? I like cars. What else?
You are such a dude.
I like my car to be clean. I like myself to be clean. My house can be junky sometimes, but I do clean it up. It doesn't smell like corn chips.
Where's that house at?
East side.
Okay.
I was raised on the west side. I live on the east side.
I just got a couple of audience members that may want the specifics of the address.
No, can't get the address out. I'm on the east side. Barbershop is on the east side. We're going to leave it at that.
Okay.
What else?
Now, one of the things, this is crazy, like, Pawpaw for real?
Yes, I'm a 4? Yes, I'm a granddaddy. I'm a granddad. That's my
granddaddy?
Yeah, my grandson called me Dada. That's daddy twice.
Right. Okay. I like it.
My granddaughters call me granddad.
Right. You know, and how old is the oldest?
Oldest, Peyton, she's 6.
Okay. Because we're not going to ask you how old you are, but
49.
Oh, Jesus. Will you be 50 this year or next year?
Just on 49.
Okay. Well, congratulations, and we can't wait to see you turn a half a century.
Yeah.
So one of the things I'm noticing is you're representing Detroit on your shirt. So I take it born and raised?
Born and raised Detroit. Detroit Public School.
What school?
First school was Jove Elementary. Then I went to McCullough Elementary. Then I went to Henry Ford Middle School in Highland Park. Graduated from Highland Park High School in 1993. Graduated from Highland Park College in 1996. I was the last graduating class in early childhood development.
Really? So you represent HP.
HP.
Okay. You know what? That's crazy, because a lot of you actors are coming out of like HP. Like, shout out to Des Cortez. Like,
that's my man.
Right. That's crazy, because like you represent the West, but you know some of us West Siders will be like, no, you're Highland Park.
Nah.
You know, just for my viewers that want to know, Highland Park is not Detroit. So,
it ain't. It's really not. It's a whole different. Everything inside of Detroit. Highland Park is different.
Right, and you know what I'm talking, because I'm like right on the outskirts right now, Highland Park. So my favorite Aldi is there.
Just like Southfield is in Detroit, Oak Park is in Detroit, Ferndale and East Point is in Detroit.
No.
Harper Woods is not Detroit.
So getting into you and your acting, because that's why we're here today.
All right.
When did you get into acting?
I started acting doing stage plays.
Okay.
Back in 2004. Initially, I wanted to be a stand-up comic.
Really? Tell me a joke.
There's white man, black man, Chinese man, right?
No. Okay. I was all in. Like, what they do?
No, I wanted to do stand-up comedy. I always wanted to do something to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing stand-up comedy. My best friend, Lavelle Neal, shout out to Lavelle Neal. He was doing stage plays. And it was interesting because high school, I was like, that looked cool, but I was scared to get into it. However, got linked with him. Learned some stuff from him. He encouraged me to do an audition, first time ever, over the phone, and I got the part. And it's been on and running for me.
So what was your first play?
First play was called Sex, Lives, and Housewives with Nick's, I forget her last name.
Nix.
Nix.
We know her.
Everybody know who Nix
You
is.
know, it is one
Nix
of those
was the
things like
lead.
Madonna.
Yeah, Nix was the lead, and my homeboy, he was the lead male, and I played co-star.
Okay.
And that's where it started, 2004, and stage plays after stage play, and now I'm into movies.
So one of the things for me, I've done stage and I've done movies. For you, what has been more difficult?
Stage plays, because there's no cut.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, okay, let's rewind that back. Okay, we can do that 3 times over, just edit it. Stage plays is live, is 100% acting, memory, and don't let them see you sweat. If you mess up, which is kind of cool, if you mess up, the audience don't know you messed up.
Right.
You don't show it. You miss a line, if you got a good co-star with you, they can get you back, or you could like improv some stuff.
One of my most dynamic plays was with a co-star of yours, Celeste,
Mm-hmm.
and it was one of those days where I felt like I was on the stage with a professional,
Mm-hmm.
and we was going at it.
Yeah.
And she had my back,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that when you're, especially if you're bantering back and forth, to
Yeah.
have that kind of support.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the,
chemistry.
yes, definitely. People think it's easy, and I always suggest when they're looking for advice, try a stage play.
Yeah.
You know, really
Soon as
try your best.
When people say that, or when critics want to criticize you or go crazy or try to downplay what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
I say, well, you try it. You get up in front of 250, 500 people,
Right.
and your heart is beating out your chest, and you remember your lines or the acting or your blocking and all that stuff. You remember that with 3,000 eyes looking back at you.
Absolutely.
You know, so, yeah.
So one of the things we're going to talk about 2 of the projects you're a part of, because you're actually part of 2 of the hottest Detroit summer movies right now. But what other projects have you been a part of that maybe we're not so familiar with?
I was in Dear Future Husband. A lot of people like, I didn't see you.
I seen it.
What was you saying? I was the dude in the office.
Doing what?
Talking back and forth to. We had like a silent scene. Inside the office, doing backgrounds, pretty much like a background actor. And I was walking down the hallway. So I had people say, I didn't see you in it. You wasn't paying attention because I was walking down the hallway.
But you didn't have no lines.
No lines.
Okay.
I actually got a call from Melissa. Rest in peace, Melissa. She called me.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi had called me earlier that week too. It was like, hey, we want you to come out for the movie, do some background work. Yeah, because I didn't get a chance to audition for the movie, so they called me to do some background work. You interested? Yes. Yeah. And I shot out there and did it.
You know, it's a goal of mine to be in like 200 movies as a background actor.
Okay.
Yeah, when I get my real bucks, I'm gonna just throw hundreds of dollars. Like, find me. I was walking down the hallway. Like, that's my goal.
Okay.
I don't really want to do what you do. I like doing
It's
what I
fun.
do.
It's fun. You have the personality for it.
Yeah, it's cool. So everybody is starting to pay attention to you, or do you start to feel like everybody's paying attention to you?
I do get more attention now than I did last year. People from work, grocery store.
Yeah.
Like, or they'll walk past and look at you funny. And then when you cross path with them again in the store, like, was you? Like, yeah, that was me. Oh, my God. It was so good. Oh, I felt so bad for you. So, yeah, it's totally different from last year.
Now, you say it's totally different, and in 1 year it's changed?
1 year it has, yeah, actually, it has been 1 year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been about a year.
Yeah, because we shot Dear Future. I mean, not Dear Future. We shot Widow's Fire last year this time.
Mm-hmm.
And it.
So outside of Dear Future Husband, have you been in any other projects?
Yes, I was in Kamal Smith's Parental Discretion Advised. I was in Dennis Reed's Street Legal.
Okay.
Episode 2. Well, season 1, episode 2. I was a father whose daughter had
You was
passed
the
away.
father that of the girl who ass they kicked on vacation,
and she
right?
didn't kill
Oh
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gave
Yeah.
it. You gave it. I
Yeah.
seen that on your credits,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I could see you emotional.
That was real. Those was real tears because my daughter had just went out of town with her girlfriends that weekend that I shot.
Wow.
So I used that as motivation to, those were, I think we did that in 4 takes. 3 of those takes was real tears.
Yeah.
So I was really like imagining that was my daughter.
So you have young adult children. I mean, I know you're a papa, but they have in the
Yeah.
20s and this and the other.
Yeah,
Where
my daughter is, I won't say her. Well, I'll say my daughter's 26.
okay, that's a good age. I mean, that's the age where you have to let them go, but you still want to have a piece. You know, as a parent, you want to hold on. I think about 25, 26, I was like jumping in the cars and getting on flights and stuff. And my mom would be like, oh, just be careful. There wasn't no cell phone or social media to post.
She kiss me every 3 months. I'll be back, Daddy. Like, where are you going? Me and the girls is going to Bahi or whatever. Like, man, just be careful. Please be careful.
So, will we be seeing you with your shirt off anytime soon?
Like I tell my mom, because she asks me about that all the time. Why you always got something off? I don't know what's gonna happen when I get the script. I really don't be knowing. I will audition for a play. I'm not play for the movie. We only get a certain part,
right?
And then yes, if we got it, no, if we got it. So I don't know what's gonna happen until that table read. Then it's like, oh, I'm having sex. Okay. let me get back in the gym and get on a different workout routine, intensify the workout routine.
Now, for those who are very interested in that, because like I don't want to be naked on screen, and I don't want to go to the gym, and I don't want a part that's gonna force me to go to the gym. So, do you feel like now that you are on the screen? That you're taking your health and your body a little more seriously?
Yes, I'm in the gym more now because I think I set a tone for how I look. So audience members might be expecting me to look a certain way. So now I have to, and plus I like the workout.
Okay.
I like to feel my clothes on me. I like to, be in the mirror like, okay, yeah, you doing it, kid.
We like to be in the mirror like looking at you like, okay, now.
So yeah, I do take my health a little more serious.
Yeah. You came around the corner in Widow's Fire, and we was like, okay, because we was in the theater that day. So
yes, y'all were. Yeah.
So
it was, that was different.
So we should be tuning in, watching, saying, yo, it's Mr. White with his shirt off again.
if that's in the script, you would definitely see me. I don't have a problem with it.
We would like you to take more parts like that on behalf of all the women out there. I'm not speaking of like for myself, but for them, the ones that are watching the movies.
Yes. Hey, like I said, if it's in the script, you see it. If it's not in the script, I'll make sure I have on a nice T-shirt.
Okay, we appreciate that. That works. That works for all of us. Okay, so seriously. We talked about how much has changed in the past year. What has that done for you, both personally and professionally? How has that impacted your life?
Personally, it's you as an actor, you kind of want to be known for your work and putting out good work. Professionally, it makes me take it more serious because now I set a standard. So now my next movie that I do, I have to really be in my acting bag. I have to really show professionalism. Even when I'm out, I have to show professionalism. So if somebody know me, I might be in a mood that day, which I'm hardly ever in a mood. But if somebody want to take a picture or say hi, turn that on. Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming. Or thank you for seeing a movie. Or I appreciate you. Because you don't want to get that image that you're an a-hole.
Absolutely.
Or he just don't know how to speak to people, or he just, naturally, I'm a people's person.
Okay.
I like being around people. I like to laugh and have fun.
So, I'm asking for the ladies. I'm asking for anybody, actually. Personally,
yes.
Are you single?
No.
You just fucked up.
I am in a relationship. No, because people, what came to mind, people say, well, you ain't married, so you single.
No,
I'm in a relationship. So,
okay.
Yes, I am in a relationship.
So that's one of the things that you have to do personally, carry yourself as somebody.
Yeah.
Even though it's almost, I think I just put a target on your back because sometimes being in a relationship is worse than being single. People have things to prove. And I like the fact that you said professionally, you think about how you carry yourself personally because it is a reflection. People have a really bad habit of judging you by your characters.
Exactly. Man. Okay, can I say this real quick?
Absolutely, please do.
Me and Sean is totally different people. Sean was a mama's boy.
You sure? You ain't no mama's boy?
I love my mama, but I would never give my mama a key to my house. And if I do give a key to my mama, my wife is going to definitely know about it. And if she feel uncomfortable with it, okay, let's talk about it. Sean didn't do that. Sean was just straight up, mama, because it's my mama, because it's my mama. He didn't have that separation. I definitely know the separation.
Now we can skip ahead to 10 Toes Down since we're here,
Okay.
because I'm watching the movie like this old hoe ass. Like I would have cheated on you too. Like,
But
like,
he wasn't a cheat. Sean was just soft on his mama side.
right, but have you found men like that, and do you know anybody that you had to tap into to play that character?
No, I didn't tap into no specific person. Oh, specific person. Excuse me. I just try to imagine. Actually, I sat down and wrote a backstory about Sean.
Okay.
It's like maybe a full-page backstory of where he went to school.
Do you
why he
remember
like
it?
that. Certain parts I remember. He was raised by he was sheltered, raised by a preacher mother, preacher father.
Okay.
He went to college, graduated high school, went to college. He met Kyra in college.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his after high school sweetheart. He had insecure issues growing up, so he attached to his mom. His dad was strict. He always ran to his mama. His mama coddled him.
Mm-hmm.
So they went over to being an adult. So I had a whole backstory on to bring out Sean.
Now, this just hit Tubi, so we're not going to tell too much about the movie. But one of the questions I had when I watched it was, do you feel like that character was in love with his wife?
Sean was definitely in love with his wife. He just didn't know how to separate loving his wife and loving and respecting his mom.
Okay. And that's what I was going to say, borderline, because a lot of men love their moms, where you could say they're almost in love, like, or moms raise their sons to be in a relationship with them, and sometimes that grown man can't get out
first
of it.
scene that we have, shout out to T. Bynum. First scene that we had, he actually said he was catering to her that day.
Right.
He ran her bath water. When she tried to wash the dish, he took it from her like, no, tonight is my night to cater to you. Even throughout the movie, you hear the lines where he say, where his mom tell her, my son paid this house off while you was in school.
Right.
So he busts his behind to give his wife everything. At the same time, he just didn't know how to separate his mother's love and intruding in his household and then loving on his wife as a husband. He didn't know the boundaries of it.
So being in a relationship and being a African-American man, what advice would you give to a man who found themselves in that type of situation?
I would say take your wife's feelings in consideration first. Your wife is first always, because that's your wife now. Your mother was first when you were not married. Now that you are married, your wife is your number one. However, you do supposed to make sure your mom is good, but household and wife comes first.
You guys hear that? Household and wife comes first. Now, don't marry a woman that's not okay with you taking care of your mama, because that is not the woman for you. But your mama is not to run your house.
Your mama,
okay?
Keep your mama out your business. If you and your woman have an argument, don't go to your mama telling her what she done did, because you're going to go home and you and your wife going to make up. Y'all going to forgive each other.
And your mama going to hate her
Your mama's
forever.
still going to be upset because she only knew what you told her. So next time your mama see your wife, she's still going to be mad.
Right.
Y'all done made up. Then you wondering why your mama got a little attitude with your wife. Don't do that.
I'm a boy mom, so that kind of scares me as he get older. Like, I hope I'm not that mother. I pray on it all the time.
Yeah, don't be that mom.
I try not to. So one of the things, I loved what you did. I loved this movie. I love the twists and turns. I love the emotional factor. I'm happy you did a character peek. I was happy for that character with that, that he got all the titties out his mouth.
he had to, like you said, get the titties out his mouth.
Yeah. But outside of Widow's Fire, which we're going to touch on this in a minute, was this like, because you had a major piece in this production, was this your first time being a part of the lead cast?
Yes. This was my first, like you said, first time being part of the lead cast. So it was a lot more screen time, a lot more studying. Real quick, I almost lost the part. Could have lost the part because that first rehearsal, man. And then it was like, okay, you need to get on your shit.
Okay.
You need to get on your acting stuff.
Let's talk about that a little. Let's talk about that a little bit. because, like I mention all the time, and people come to me because I get a chance to sit down with you guys.
Mhm.
But what was that like? Like, what were you off your game?
Um, I didn't. I studied, but I didn't study like I should have studied. You know,
Mhm.
you study your lines and whatever. And my thing was, I know it as soon as you start talking, I can say it. But it wasn't that case because it was so much back and forth.
Right.
And my brain wasn't settled on the back and forth. It was just saying the lines, and that's not how you're supposed to attack that. So that bad rehearsal that we had the first night. I went home. I called my mom first. Okay, listen. I called my mama that night because I needed. My mama has a way of talking.
Absolutely.
And I was like, Ma, this is. I feel bad.
So
I
you
screwed
knew
up.
you messed up.
Oh yeah, I knew I messed up. I could see it in the director's eyes.
Lord.
Like, okay, who did we? This is not the Steve that we know.
Okay.
You know, so my mom was like, hey, you need to step it up, and you're not gonna quit. You just had a bad night. I went home. I had 2 days before the next rehearsal. I studied that night, the next morning at work, that very next night, the next morning at work, and before I went to rehearsal, that second rehearsal, I nailed every freaking part.
Okay.
Because I was not about to have a bad rehearsal.
And that's one of the that's a very important story, and I think people need to hear it because it's not easy.
It's not.
You know, and people have expectations of how you are supposed to reflect yourself, especially if they seen you do well.
Yeah.
And something else, because you were everybody's boyfriend and Widow's Fire. Like, I'm like, I need me a guy in a hat.
Henry was
I
the
think
dude.
I'm pretty. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted that so bad for me.
Henry.
I almost got it. He just don't wear hats, but the whole vibe was everything for me. I was in there. I'm telling you, like, really. I mean, I'm speechless. So let's carry on. Let me read my cue cards. Get back on my shit. So, this can contribute to this next question, but how do you plan to stand out, or how do you stand out from other actors? Because that would have broke a lot of people's spirits.
How do I stand? How can I stand out? Being myself. I watch a lot of the actors. I'm cool with a lot of Detroit actors. We follow on Facebook. I got their numbers. I call them and ask them questions here and there. But I do know that, first of all, I have to be myself. I can't be them. When I see them doing well, like, dang, they're killing it. I cannot do it like them.
Right.
I have to do it like myself. So I always stay in tune on who I am. And then I have to remember, why am I doing this? Okay, I'm not doing this just to be on TV. I don't want to just be on TV. I like acting. I really enjoy the process of acting. So once I'm in tune with that, I just develop my character naturally. So however my character comes out, and then the director is feeling it, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Stick to that character, Steve. We like what you're doing. Stay right there. I don't deviate from that.
Okay.
You know?
And the directors and 10 Toes Down was Rocky Black?
Yeah, Rocky Black and Janae Black.
Okay, so I know they've been doing this for a while, so they don't have time to BS.
Janae has a shout out to Janae Black and Rocky Black. Janae has a way of looking at you without saying anything, where you can see the gears in her head turning. And I don't know if that's just me, but
no, it's been said before.
I've seen that look, and I'm like, it's okay. I'm not bringing her in.
Right.
So that scene where we have in jail, if everybody remember that scene when we were shooting that, I felt a good relief. Okay, I killed it. What really made me know I killed it, Janae came to me. She was like, Steve, you killed that.
Okay.
She said, when I got that from her, because she had, she's pretty straight face. When Janae said, Steve, you killed that.
Like, thank you.
Man.
Ooh, sorry.
Man, I was so relieved and so happy.
So you guys have to tune in to 10 Toes Down. It is actually top streaming on Tubi right now.
Yes,
it is a Taja Air and Regine Coney, I believe, written by production, and it's a Blacksmith Enterprise production as well.
Yes,
so you guys need to tune in. Keep it up on number one.
Keep it streaming.
Keep
y'all.
it streaming.
Please keep it streaming.
So another big production when we talk about streaming, at the close of my season of Stream, we were honored to interview Nyambi, Celeste, and Rob some of the cast members for Widow's Fire, and you were too good to come in that day. So no joke, no shade. Like, he was working. You heard him say he had 3 jobs. He wasn't available, which makes today even more special because we could talk about that, because that too is on the top movies to watch in this area, Widow's Fire, right? Clap, clap, clap. Do I got my clap, 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 clap? Okay, so round of applause.
Yeah,
so,
yes.
Because it's still streaming, and I believe the premiere was somewhere in, was it October, November? I can see
the
my
premiere was in December. Actually,
was
it
it?
was the first week of December.
Because I had on a short dress, but I did have on a turtleneck. I can see. I try to go by my outfits and hairstyles. So it was. So we're in August now. That's almost 8 to 9 months, almost a year. That is amazing.
Yeah, because it debuted. I believe it debuted I want to say that February.
Yep, it was one of those Valentine's Day around there, because I know she was shooting for that month.
Yeah, so I believe towards the end of February it debuted on Tubi, and it's been hot ever since.
It has been hot, and it was just dope. So how did you come about getting the part that you had?
Audition.
Okay.
Naomi know me from her plays. I did Dear Future Husband, a play, and she know me from other movies and just knowing my work ethic. And she called. I did the audition. I had to send an audition piece. That's what it was. I had to send an audition piece, and I sent it in, and she called me. She was like, "Yeah, you got it."
Okay.
And then that's how it came about.
And that character was?
That character was Henry for Widow's Fire. Henry,
right.
Yeah, Henry Bryant.
We liked Henry. We liked Henry a lot because Henry was good looking, and I'm not going to give you guys too much about this. If you haven't seen it, we could talk a little more about it, but if you haven't seen it, you need to. Henry was the boyfriend that we all wanted, as you guys heard my rant, and he had dope-ass hats, and he had no clothes on.
That was, Henry.
But you really expressed love. And the ability to help someone try to heal.
Yeah.
But you wasn't successful.
I mean, she had another personality that was stronger than the love that I could give. Henry just wanted to love her. He didn't know how to love the other part of her.
He didn't know about the other part.
And being in the army and the military, he experienced some stuff. He knew war. He just didn't understand that type of war. Right. And it came up, he didn't know that was there. He just thought he was loving on a woman.
Now, in this, did you have an actual sex scene in this as well?
Yeah.
How was that? I mean, Celeste already talked about it, right? Her husband was standing there.
No, her husband wasn't there. Okay, the thing with a sex scene, you have, of course, you and the partner.
Right.
But you also have the director. You got the sound man. You got the boom mic man. Sometimes you might have a producer or the assistant director. Then you got the little dude sitting in the corner that's playing with the sound. So it's not just y'all. And then you have the cameraman literally in the bed with y'all. So you in a forced threesome that you don't want to be a part. So it's so much going on that it's not as sexy as y'all think it is.
But it sounds like an orgy to me. And I'm like, that wasn't sexy?
Because, shout out to the camera. No, I don't want to downplay his role as a cameraman, but our DP, Thomas, cool dude, wonderful to conversate with. But I do not want to be in bed with him,
right?
With a woman. And while we were shooting, he had to lay next to me to get her facial, show her face. Me and him is shoulder to shoulder in the bed, and I got on Spanx, and she on top of me, and he was like, "Hey, what's up, Steve?" But then when Kamal yelled action, none of that matters.
Right.
You right back in the scene.
Right.
So.
And it was some sexy stuff going on, and I'm happy you guys were able to reflect that. Well, we didn't know all that was going on. Yeah. We just wanted to see more. And I told Celeste that, we wanted to see more,
Then also, the women have to be comfortable. Because if she's not comfortable, the scene is not going to be right. And the energy's going to be off. So you also want the female in that scene to be comfortable with men doing sneak peeks. Because if she has her chest out, naturally a guy's going to want to look down. I don't care if he's carrying equipment or whatever role he has in that room, he's going to do a side look. Yeah, I see it all the time.
I'm happy.
You know?
Have we discussed this? Like,
When I did Parental Discretion Advised, shout out to Ella Braun. She was topless, but she did have on pasties. But as we're setting up, you know, you got dudes that's in the room that got to sit up that want to, you know, oh, yeah, she do got her stuff. You
right.
know, so we want to make sure she's comfortable first.
Absolutely.
And, you know, going back and forth, and she has to be on top of me and get down. We have to moan and stuff. So with the intimacy coaching and Kamal being a great director, making her comfortable.
You talk about we have to moan and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we gotta,
usually that's what happens.
We gotta, you know, if you're having sex, you want to moan, so you can't just be in there grinding. They ain't really doing it. No, we're really not doing it, but you wanted to.
But we moaning.
Yeah, like, you wanted to make it look real.
So, when we talk about how close you are to characters, do you think you were close to the type of man Henry is?
Yeah, Henry was. How can I say? I was married once before, and in that ideal is I wanted to save the person who I was with. And then, of course, it didn't work. So I took a little bit of Henry from that because he wanted to make everything right. I wanted to love on you, and it just didn't, you know. However, I took a little bit of my past to create him.
Right. You know. Am I going to have to tell you on my show to put the mic to you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, no, it's all good. So, how was it working with this cast? And I'm asking because whenever I seen you guys together, because you guys went on like a promotional tour too, which I think contributed to the success of the movie. When I seen you guys together, it was like a family.
Yeah, we really do like each other. People think it's drama. Let me tell y'all, some sets do have drama. I have seen it. But I have worked with some dynamic actors, and they are real people.
Right. And
we have real fun. Me and Rob be on the sideline dying, laughing. Shout out to Rob Q.
Yep.
Jackson. Me and Celeste was cool. I seen our other auditions, you know, so we were cool. So even in our intimate scenes or going back and forth at the dinner table, we were actually laughing, you know, prior to it. So when we see each other doing interviews, we're happy to see each other. Hey, what's going on? What's new? We actually like being around each other.
So
You know?
you guys can't see it. It's one of those people on the scene. I always know when my engineer is like, okay, we coming to the close.
We got to leave so soon.
It happens that quick, especially when it's enjoyable. But I want to know a little bit about what we can expect from you. Because we're in.
Okay, right now you can expect to see me in Swallow, Kiss of Death.
Swallow. I'm sorry.
No,
Swallow.
It has nothing to do with that.
You said it.
Yeah, shout out to Blacksmith Entertainment Enterprise. Excuse me again, Janaea Black and Rocky.
Swallow. Okay, so
Swallow, Kiss of Death. That will be coming out very, very soon.
Swallow, Kiss of Death. Can you tell us anything about that?
Not without giving it away.
Is it a scary movie?
It's a thriller.
It is a thriller.
This is it's a thriller, a drama thriller.
Okay.
It involves a lot of death. I would say that because hence the word "Kiss of Death."
Okay.
It involves some drama, some uphills, downhills, and stuff like that. So it's going to pull you in.
I like that because we see a lot of love stories. We see a lot of man loves girl, girl loves boy, boy smack girl, girl slowly falls down.
I don't think nobody falling down in this one.
But we would love as an audience members to see a little more thriller. So
Thank you.
So we have the Swallow, and what else?
I am looking to be cast in more movies. I done did a couple of auditions. I think I did like maybe 4 auditions so far. I done sent in like maybe 3 audition tapes so far. So I'm still working. I'm still hard at it. I'm just waiting for those calls. And those calls, man, waiting on those emails could be a headache. It could stress you out. But
is it hard to balance? Like, because you have a 9 to 5 and a business. Is this hard to balance?
It can be tiresome. I don't want to say hard because I prayed for this.
Right.
I literally pray. I prayed to be blessed with my barbershop. I prayed before I even had my job. I knew what it entailed 30 years from now. So being at General Motors 26 years, I knew what I was getting to. I got in there. So I prayed for everything that I had.
Did you say how long?
26 years.
Okay.
And 3 months.
26 years
in
and 3 months.
Yeah. So I prayed for these situations, so it's not hard.
Do you drive a
It just-
Cadillac?
No.
Okay.
But I just make sure that I prioritize, and it's not work when you're doing something that you enjoy doing.
Right.
You know?
So I'm sure that we're going to see you in plenty of movies, you know, especially if they need somebody to take their shirt off. It's like, okay, I'm over it. Okay. I'm going to be dumped
This is
before this is
wise,
over.
but hey, if it calls for me to have my shirt off in the scene, hey, let's do it. I'll have no
Well,
problems with
just
it,
call
you know?
me and send me an email and say, hey, we need you.
No.
Yo, it's Mr. White. I'm here. I'm on
I'm
my way.
in the gym 5 a.m. every morning, so I'm purposely working out
Wow.
for that. Yeah.
What time you go to sleep? That's
5
early.
a.m. every
You go
morning.
to sleep at 5 a.m., wake up at
No,
5 a.m.,
no.
and then get ready.
Up at 4, hit the gym at 5.
That's
5 a.m.
crazy to me.
Then hit work.
That sounds ridiculous.
And
Right, who
then
does
work.
that? Let's talk about commitment. Hey, this man is commitment to the cause, guys. Call him, don't call me. I ain't doing none of that. So, in 10 years, if you can have it your way,
Yes. Okay.
what would that look like for the actor? Would you want to do other
10
things
years,
in this
some
industry?
box office hits, like 10 Toes Down and Widow's Fire and Parental Discretion Advised and Street Legal. I would like to do Hollywood, but I'm having so fun doing Detroit movies. You know, I want to grow.
Right.
I still want to have that Detroit movie connection.
We are our own vibe.
Yeah.
We are.
Man. And 10 years from now, I want to still be acting, retired, but enjoying my barbershop and enjoying doing movies. You know, I want to be that actor that dude's like, man, I love that movie. You had me in tears.
Right.
So I have that look for drug dealer and street dude, but I like taking my look, my natural look, and being.
No,
that
you have the
superhero
look of Zaddy. Don't get it twisted.
I heard that. I've heard that, and it tripped me out. And I was like, okay, and I just had to keep it
I
moving.
have some drug dealers on this show.
Yeah,
you,
you know.
are not.
Okay, thank
What do
you,
you
thank
call a MILF if they're a man? A MILF, right? It's still a MILF. A dilf.
It was a movie on Tubi called Dilf. So yeah, it's a dilf. I mean, but
I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm working on it.
I've gotten the drug dealer vibe. I've gotten Zaddy vibe. Thank you. And
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. I'm leaving it at that.
No, because the reality of it is, and the reason why I say that, going back seriously, watching you and Street Legal, and you guys, we had talked about this before. That episode was impactful in so many different levels, and a lot of women, self included, don't know what a daddy's love feel like.
Yeah.
And because you are a father, you exude that character in an emotional space that you never want to see a man. Because it
Yeah,
would
broke
take
it
something
down.
like that to see a man cry. You know, you would have to go to that extreme.
Yeah.
And then with your caring, even with Sean and Henry, those characters, which I hope, because of those characters, you don't get typecast and you can sell some drugs because you're on the road of ultimate boyfriend. They're like, need a boyfriend? Right.
Hey, I'll take it.
Whatever it takes, right?
I am an actor. I like to act, so I'm going to take that character and make that the best boyfriend character that he could be.
Oh, we love
You know,
that.
so.
As long as you're not pretending in your real life.
No, I'm never pretending. And that's one of the things. No, that's one of the things with being in a relationship as an actor. They think that you're lying when you're really telling the truth, because it could be, you know, a heated discussion or whatever, and they'd be like,
"You're about to
an
start.
actor.
Don't start no shit on my show." No,
You
no.
know, so when you're in a relationship with an actor, a lot of times people think we're lying, or my sisters will even say it. Quit playing so much. I'm serious as shit right now. So,
Lord, you're going to be arguing tonight. He just started it. He started it. So do you see yourself producing or directing, writing?
Yes, writing for sure. I do little bits and pieces on Facebook where I talk about plant life. And people will be like, man, I could see this scene in my head. You need to be writing that. So, yes, I do plan on pursuing writing and producing.
And I've seen a few of those. Would you ever consider comedy again?
Yes, I've been thinking about it.
You've been thinking
On
about
the
it?
low, I have been thinking
You
about
think you're
going back
funny?
into stand-up. Naturally, yes.
You need to go
Yes.
someplace else because Detroit is hard. Start off in
Man,
Canada.
I've done shows, comedy shows in Detroit.
We won't even watch your Tubi movie if you bomb.
Tell me about it. Detroit is the hardest loving state to be in for entertainment. Y'all love hard.
We
but
do.
when we own, the love is so dynamic.
Yes, it
The
is.
love is unreal. So y'all, it's hard love. And when you get them, the love is so real.
But when we boo you, we boo everything about you.
That shit hurt. Yeah,
We'll boo
that
your
shit
T-shirt.
hurt. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'll never wear a T-shirt like that again. I liked it before you got up on that stage.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. It's
So-
real.
So where can we find you, follow you, look for you?
Man, you could find me at the local grocery store if you go to Kroger's on 9 Mile. But,
On the east side,
on
right?
the east side. In St. Clair Shores. No, for real. You can find me on Facebook. Yo, it's Mr. White. Full one word. You can find me on Instagram. Yo_is Mr. White. No, it's _ Mr. White. I'm sorry. You can find me on TikTok. Yo, it's Mr. White on TikTok.
Let me guess. And on YouTube is yours, Mr.
On
White.
YouTube, I'm not there yet. But on YouTube, it will be Yo, it's Mr. White on YouTube. Yeah, we're going with that brand right there.
Okay, we love it. We love it. Well, I'm so happy you were here with me today. And you see, I'm smiling. And not because you're cute, just because I'm happy you made it since you played me off the first time. So, no, he has humility.
Yeah.
You guys know I'm joking. Right?
Had I been able to get that day off, I definitely would have been.
Yeah, and I'm happy you have work ethics because I heard this industry don't pay a lot. So,
I mean,
you gotta love it.
You gotta grind for that.
Yes.
I mean, you have to build that demand up to say, hey, I deserve $1,000 a day.
Right.
You got to put in the work and the commitment to the craft to say, I need $500 a day for a 2-week shoot,
Right.
or whatever, or however long you're going to shoot that. So my goal is to get up there. So yeah.
Well, and you're working your way, and we thank you for it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, love bugs, that is Stream Show for today. We will be back in 2 weeks. That's not next Tuesday, but guess what? It's the Tuesday after that, if you don't know what 2 weeks is. I am your host, Lake Butler. Wait a minute before you log off. Remember, I am nominated for Best Talk Show Host for the Oscars, which is going down on Friday at 6 p.m. at Focus Home. So log on to Podcastics. Please make sure you come out and check us out. Tickets are still on sale, or you can just vote for your girl, Lake Butler, as Best Talk Show Host. Mm-hmm. If not, I was nominated, so I don't really care. And I thank you guys for being here. I thank you. Yo, it's Mr. White for being with me today, and we will check you guys out soon.
See y'all.
Peace out.